Anything happening in sports?
There was that whole LeBron controversy.
Wasn't a controversy.
No.
Did you see Nate Burleson?
Yeah,
I
that was
love
good.
his response.
You
What did he
didn't
say?
see it. It literally got 3,000 retweets in like 20
Yeah.
minutes.
Every-
Every
response was
tweet
awesome.
around that whole thing got 3,000
Hey,
retweets.
Bron moves the needle.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You might as well just shut down the fucking internet if he's getting on the court of his kids' game. You might as well just shut down. You might as well not tweet. You might as well not post. Bron moves the needle. I don't have a problem with it. I know you probably hate it, Diggs. I like it a lot. And mostly because I enjoy that type of reaction in the competitive field. I think everything has gotten too sterile. Like, I think in competition, it's a emotional thing. And so not just Bron doing that, but like I enjoy when people celebrate goals. I enjoy when people celebrate touchdowns. I enjoy when people have a good time. And on the flip side, I enjoy when people are mad. There was a video from the Jets practice where that wide receiver got hit. I could not believe that was not a fight. Just as somebody who has sat on the sidelines of a lot of those practices, as soon as you see something like that, it is almost immediate scrum. Not even, let's not say a fight because everybody's so tired they don't want to actually fight, but at least there's a scrum. There was no scrum there, and I was like, wait a minute. And now I'm like, I'm 2 years out. Do I not understand the current culture where it's like no emotion is better? And it almost feels like that's kind of the case because if you show too much emotion, like LeBron, you're egotistical, selfish, looking for attention. And if you show no emotion, you don't care. So it's like there's no winning anymore, really, with the judgment of your peers on the internet and social media, which I could see this being the downfall. So that's why I enjoy when people just go out and fucking let it rip. Honestly, just let it. Him getting on the court, is it too much? I would assume. I wouldn't do it, but I love that he did. And if I was in that gym, I would be. Hey, LeBron just went on the fucking court. He lost his shoe.
Almost broke an ankle.
Yeah, he lost his shoe on the court. Like that's what sports are, though. Like you can't compare them to surgery. Like I think people compare them to other very real serious things. It's like sports are competition, sports are a celebration, sports are fun. If that happens, just let it ride, man. Who cares?
Well, I'm the same as you in that aspect that I fucking love celebrating. I love all that shit. I just didn't like. I thought if he is celebrating that hard. If he's doing it in the stands, fucking fine. I just didn't like him going on the court because I made him about himself.
Oh, you're saying he took the attention away from his kid who just had an incredible alley-oop?
Yeah, and then he was in the fucking layup line with the team doing fucking dunks pregame. It's not your team.
Yeah, but you don't think that's like dreams for
Well,
the
yeah,
kids
yeah.
that
I'm
are
sure
on?
they love it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's like their dream. Well, if they love it, who cares?
Yeah.
Well, also,
that's the thing.
Yeah, if they love it, who like that white kid he shot threes against?
Yeah.
that was awesome.
That kid will tell that story for the rest of his life. And people are like, oh, he almost loses that kid. It's like, who gives a fuck? The kid that he's shooting with there will tell that story forever. Imagine if Tom Brady shows up at his kid's Pee-wee football practice and he starts throwing goes to kids at practice. Like, are people going to come after him for doing that because LeBron's doing alley-oops?
I saw this argument going around. That exact argument was on Twitter. People were having that debate, and people started to spin it and say, "Well, I mean, Tom's helping the receivers get better then."
Oh, because he's only breaking the hoop.
Yeah,
Yeah, because nobody can do what Bron does in the air. So even if they're throwing alley-oops.
I felt bad for the other team though when he went on there. Like, how do you think the other kids look down the court and they see LeBron dunking down the other end? They're like, "Oh,
I think as soon as you see that roster and it says Bronny on it,
Yep.
you're probably like, well, I'm fucked anyway. I hope LeBron shows up at the game, though, I'd assume. I hope they're like, maybe I'll get a picture with LeBron. Remember, this is arguably the greatest player of all time. And I said arguably just because I don't want to get into that conversation on Twitter, in here, ever. Just because it's dumb to even do that. Two very different styles. It's two different basketballs.
Exactly.
It's not even the same sport. It's two different basketballs.
Right.
Do I think LeBron, if he played back then being 6'8", 260 pounds, do well? I would assume. Guy that could dunk from the foul line with probably 30 more pounds on top of him and 2 more inches than the guy we're referring to. I would assume LeBron could play back then, but he didn't. Jordan did dominate back then, so we can't have the conversation. Can't have the conversation.
Can't do it.
So arguably the greatest player of all
well,
time.
we know your relationship with Scottie Pippen too. We don't want to get anywhere near that
Good
either."
point.
Yeah, well, listen.
Scottie carried that
Good golfer.
Great golfer.
People don't talk about that.
When I'm around, Scottie Pippen plays his best. Me and Michael Jordan. Scottie Pippen.
What if he starts inviting you to a bunch of like golfing events? He's like, I need you. I need you, Pat.
I've seen him at a bunch of golf. I have not gotten to sit there. J.R. Smith will comment on my Instagrams every once in a while. That makes you feel good. Like that makes you feel pretty good.
He's an OG.
And I'll respond underneath like with cry face emojis. I don't fully understand how to work the relationship with J.R. Smith because I think we know each other, but I'm not sure. I think he sees me as one particular way. I'm not sure. I don't know where we're at. So I'll just continue liking his shit until he comes on the show. And then when he comes on the show, I think we'll get, but I'm a big fan of J.R. Smith, the way he operates his life. But Scottie Pippen has not invited me to anything. But LeBron, arguably greatest player of all time.
Yeah.
So when he's at these events, these are literal forever stories for everybody in the gym.
Yeah.
Oh, I was there whenever LeBron did that. Because you're not just talking. And I think this is almost because he does the Taco Tuesday and he does the barbershop thing where he opens up and he's very active on social media. He's humanized himself somehow, even though he is an alien. Right? So people are judging him amongst other humans, where LeBron is not another. He is the greatest basketball player of all time. Yes, he is a human. Yes, he shits the same as us. But he is the greatest of all time. He's a billionaire from sports, and he's been famous since he's like 14 years old. This is a whole different animal of a human. So I don't think comparing him to another dad is even a smart decision at all.
I think if his shoe stays on, it's a non-story.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shoe falling off. A little Zion situation there.
Yeah.
Do we have issues with the bronze there?
I think a player stepped
more
on
and
it.
more.
That's what happened.
I like the purple shoes, by the way.
Oh yeah, I like those too.
I thought to myself, I normally don't do that. I am a all white, all black shoe wearer. I am a very clean dresser. I don't like a lot of things happening. I used to not be. I used to be loud. Then Frank Lucas told me the loudest in the room is the weakest in the room.
Amen.
So then I started dressing a lot cleaner. Like, listen, I'll just let my brain and my words do the work. I don't need the costume to do so, even though I'll wear jorts somewhere. Yeah, that's regular for me.
Oh, yeah.
But those purple shoes, I thought I looked at them and I was like, I think I'd wear those purple shoes. And then I saw it on the floor. I was like, looks pretty good off the foot. I enjoyed that.